Hello, hello there. Margaret Lloyd here with Eternal Shift, New Life Ahead. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I've had a busy morning, and that's okay because that's what I like. I like to be busy. So, we're going to continue our narcissistic talk. Is a covert narcissist behavior intentional and premeditated from the very beginning? Let's see. Let's see what people think. I myself think yes. I think their behavior is intentional and premeditated from the very get-go. As soon as they get to know you. And this is from Lily McGuire. She believes it is premeditated. They either know you from past history, or they do their research on you and figure out what they can get from you that is worth it to them to have fun and ruin your life for them to gain something. While you lose everything and look bad, they treat you horrible. Absolutely. I need a sweater, so bear with me. This house is you're either too cold or too hot. There's hardly any happy medium. I hope my next home has a happy medium. All right. Let's get back to it. She's saying that this is happening to her right now. I'm starting to make plans on how to not necessarily fight back, but not let it get that far without him knowing it. And stop it before it gets to the breaking point. And that means I win. I get out with my sanity and personal belongings that can't be replaced, and my money. See, that was me. He had already thrown away half of my stuff. But because he didn't like it. If it was something I liked, no, it's gone. Something he likes, he keeps it. And he kept the money. This is from Vicky Lane. Yes, planned, plotted, executed from the very beginning, under the guise of an ally sabotaging you from the inside long enough to get everything they want. And everything they need on you are your personal information, passwords, secrets. They steal from you. They pervert any circumstances they can. Abso-fucking-lutely. They are the sickest, most deranged human beings. Absolutely. Karen O says, They know what they're doing. Think about it. Do they become verbally, physically, or emotionally abusive in front of their boss, your parents, or another person they want something from? No. They are in control of their actions. They're just as nice as they can be. Oh my gosh. A narcissist is a toxic, vile creature. Won't even say human. There is no cure. This is who they are. They will take whatever they can from you, slander your name, and then leave. It's a never-ending cycle of lies, manipulation, and abuse. They don't care what they do to you because they're incapable of feeling empathy or anything. It's a part of what defines their disorder. Another major part that defines narcissistic personality disorder is their inability to love. They don't and can't love anyone. It's an act, just like their entire personality is an act. Mm-hmm. Bear with me. I need to get me some more water. My water's running. Dogs are so funny. And so finicky. Oh my goodness. I knew kids were finicky, but my puppy, God, I love her to pieces. But she does not want to eat her breakfast. I don't know why. But I finally, when I went in there to get my water, she finally signaled that she was ready to eat. And so I got her eaten. So I may have to leave when she's finished. So, but we're going to, Ken Hilbrun answered this. They know exactly what they are doing. They do. They know exactly what they're doing and what the goal is. What they do not know is why they behave this way in the first place. Prove it. You can't, so don't try. What you might do is rather some information on what this mental condition is about, so you can turn your back on it and reclaim your life. To the end, you might benefit from reading an answer to a question provided a few months ago. You're trying to understand the mind of somebody with narcissistic personality disorder with words and their meanings that apply to non-NPD people. This is a common mistake we all make. To get better idea of what NPD is really all about, read the following. So I will read the following. Excuse me. Nose just decided to open up. We have all had moments of shame. It's not a nice feeling. In fact, as far as human emotions go, shame ranks among the most powerful with its psychologic manifestations we are all familiar with. What causes it? Usually an action that didn't go well, or a mistake or a failure to accomplish something we set out to do, or social embarrassment. I'll be right back. She's finished her meal, then she wants her treat, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Her treat for finishing her meal is a spritz of whipped cream. She loves her whipped cream. Okay. Think back to your early childhood and recall such events, no matter how inconsequential, where you had this sinking feeling. You remember them as though they happened yesterday, don't you? Yep. That right there illustrates a basic fact of memory. If whatever happened carried with it a strong emotional component, negative or positive, our brains are likely to remember it. The emotion of the event makes certain that the event gets remembered. The neural pathways for the event and its emotion are wired together in our memory. What do you want? Come here. Come here. You got eye boogie. You got eye boogie. We gotta get rid of eye boogies. Yeah. Where's your ball? There it is. Go get your ball. Get your ball. Yeah, that one. Bring it here. There you go. Bring it here. Just lay down. Just lay down. Lay down. Lay down and rest. Let your meal settle, okay? I love you. Okay. But what if the emotional component gets wired without any wiring of the event that caused it? There is this feeling of shame all by itself without any event to explain it, to qualify it, to help you resolve it. It's like the color blue without any blue objects, and odor without anything that gives off that odor. The feeling, shame, is there. It's hardwired, but it's all alone. You don't know where it came from, so you can't say, well, I won't do that again. You're at the mercy of your shame neural pathways. How did that happen? If I know, when toddlers have a little mishap or can't perform a little task, they often cry. That's how nature made sure Mom would come to the rescue. Crying is sure to get Mom's attention. Works every time. No other animal produces tears. So why we humans? Because we need the trust of others and teamwork on many levels to survive. That requires a high level of psychology and social development, allowing us to accept our limitations and the limitations of others. Cooperation cannot be hindered by individual shame. To reach that level, we have to overcome the shame of failure. How do we do that? Those little mishaps, frustrations, failures of toddlers provide tiny experiences of shame, producing tears. Not tears of pain, but tears of shame. This brings Mom to our side to console and encourage us. These are little lessons in shame repair. Through repetition, these lessons, our brains lay down circuitry so we can perform shame repair on our own. We learn that it's not the end of the world to make mistakes. Mom does, we do, everyone does. Life is good. This skill required by the age of 2 is what allows us to enter adult group life later on. Handle our limitations, help others, appreciate the help we get from them, and have confidence in ourselves and in others. After the age of 2, the opportunity to learn shame repair is over. There's too much else we have to learn. Starting with language, we have to learn how to talk. But if our early upbringing is such that our mishaps and cries for help produce not mom's comforting and patient encouragement, rather impatience, disdain, and disappointment, shame repair is not learned. I didn't learn it. My children didn't learn it. Just the opposite. Constant expectations from mom, which we cannot meet, can lead to our concluding that we are indeed no good. We fear that we might be abandoned because of that. Yeah, I thought forever that my father was abandoning me. He did. He and mom got a divorce and basically abandoned us. Failure is not okay. Not at all. We are ashamed of our failures. We're even ashamed of being ashamed. Absolutely. I get that feeling all the time. This was a description of what I call undermothering. But overmothering can be just as harmful. Those mothers dote on their kids to the point of smothering them. Kids need the freedom to make mistakes, realize that these were little failures, and then receive just enough consoling and encouragement so they feel good about continuing to explore the world and their place in it. I have realized that I was terrible at this. I was not a good up mother. I was not good. I didn't over mother. I didn't mother, period. I thought I was, but I wasn't. Why is that? Because my mother didn't. I thought I was doing everything right. I learned from my mother how to be a mother. And if that isn't a motherfucker. In order to maintain this stream of praise and adulation, I have to continue to be perfect. That stunts growth. To grow, we need to make mistakes. If first you try and don't succeed, try again. Nature provided the coach, mom. The expression good enough mothering, coined by D.W. Winnicott, says it all. To defend against the fear of being abandoned, some toddlers find out pretty soon what makes mommy happy and what doesn't. Like laboratory animals, they shape their behaviors to receive the pleasurable reward of mom's approval and to avoid the pain of her disapproval. This adaptive behavior is what is referred to as false self. That's why I never found out who I was. I don't know who I am. I know what my name is, but I don't know who I am. And it works. The price of this protective strategy is a person who replaced who and what she really is with fabrication. A human being lacking the skill of shame repair and haunted forever by that early feeling of inadequacy that drove them to develop this false self in the first place by the age of 2. Such a person spends the rest of their life acting out this fabrication, seeking validation from others, dismissing their limitations and mistakes. What do you want? You didn't bring me a toy. Bring mommy a toy? Or do you want this? Can you get it? Get up and get it. Get it. She likes popcorn too. Come here. Mommy always shares with you. Where's your toy? Where's your toy you want to play with? Do you have a toy you want to play with? You're so funny. I love you so much. You're such a good girl. If you can see that, that's my baby. Go sit down. Such a person spends the rest of his life acting out his fabrication, seeking validation from others, dismissing limitations, mistakes, avoiding anything that could conceivably cause him shame, and denying any responsibility in order to keep the bubble of this false, perfect self inflated. As the adult continuation of the survival adaptation is made when he is still a toddler. That is the genius of narcissistic personality disorder. There is a book written by another psychologist, psychoanalyst, called The Narcissistic Pursuit of Perfection. And since all of this happens before the age of 2, those who have NPD have no recollection of when or how it happened, nor do they think they are any different from anybody else. People able to repair shame use this skill every day without even thinking about it. It's part of being human. Those who do not have this skill are driven by their childhood feeling of worthlessness and are constantly in fear of being exposed. Absolutely. Any little thing can trigger their defenses. Like a tsunami, these defenses and the panic behind them override any acceptance of truth, fairness, or consideration of others. These people are trapped inside a bubble of their own creation, which they protect at virtually any cost. The normal, natural things we expect from other human beings might be there in the background. But the thing that matters now to people with NPD, and at every inkling that they might appear less than perfect, always right, is to hide from exposure by building themselves up or tearing others down. He was always good at tearing people down. Build himself way up here and knock me down. Which is the same thing by using their bag of tricks to avoid and escape from or annihilate any perceived threats. But exposure to what? What are they afraid of? Of having limitations? Which is, for the rest of us, as normal as breathing. There's nothing in the current lives of people with NPD that justifies their being ashamed of anything. Yet, that's what they feel, subconsciously all the time. A haunting feeling of shame, without understanding why or how it started, that others go about their lives without it, or how to get rid of it. It is literally all in their minds. And it's hardwired. To peel away the layers of this false self, the knee-jerk defenses that keep it inflated, and to recover what is salvageable of the true self, are the challenges of therapy. And definitely is. I've been doing therapy and I don't feel it's done a dadgum thing for me. Talking to you folks helps my psyche more than anything. Therapy is just a drain on my pocketbook. Emotionally, they are 5-year-olds in the bodies of adults, still yearning for the unconditional love nature had promised them, but which their mothers, less frequently fathers, failed to provide. And my ex-husband did not give our children any love. In fact, none of his children want to have anything to do with him. They wish he would die. They want nothing to do with him whatsoever. They wish he had died when he had his heart attack. And I understand why, because I feel the same way. Why did I call 911? Why did I give him an aspirin? Hey there, Mr. Marshy. Kitty cats come to visit too. I have a cat and a dog. Love them both. Good to have around. Well, so that was good. So, thank you for listening. I hope you got something out of it as I did. Please remember to like, comment, share, and super thanks are always appreciated. I look forward to seeing you on the next day. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.